everybody, it is 1 o'clock and welcome to the Hartford Local Business Tips and Tricks, or tips, okay? Can you tell this is my first live, okay? You know, you can practice these things all day long, but when you first go live and, you know, you're talking to a screen, it's totally different. But my name is Ray Albert, and I want to welcome you to this new group that I created. And this group that I created, I'm going to help you rank your local businesses in the Google search results. And just a little bit about me. I've been an SEO now for about 4 years, and I've learned a lot. I have a lot of knowledge, and right now I've got it all dialed in. I consider myself one of the best SEOs out there, and even better than a lot of big companies, because looking at a lot of big companies' clients' websites, I can see they're missing a lot of basic technical SEO, which is called trust. So my SEO is called basically just trust-based SEO. That's what I call it. I've learned a lot over the years. I've taken a lot of training, bought a lot of courses. Some of the courses really was garbage, but a lot of the courses that I did take, especially the last few in the last year, were like one of the better courses. Of course, I had to pay a lot of money for them, but you know, you get what you pay for, basically. These guys are really good. And I'm also plugged in to a team of SEOs. So my SEO strategy, if I need some help somewhere, all I got to do is plug into my team of SEOs, and we get things done. Now, I started this group because I noticed in the marketplace, like I said before, that there's been a lot of companies out there, a lot of so-called SEOs out there that are taking people's money and basically saying, oh, you know, it's going to take 6 to 12 months to rank. You know, that's the way it is. You know, you just got to wait. It's a you know, waiting process. So, you know, you're spending a lot of money, but in the end, it's going to pay off. But that's a bunch of bull crap, because I know for a fact that if you give Google exactly what it wants and Google trusts your website, it's going to rank you. So that's the whole thing about trust-based SEO. When you give Google what it wants, because Google's a business after all, right? Google makes their money on advertisements. And so if a person goes to Google and they do a Google search for something, and Google can't render the best results possible, people are going to go to another platform and look for the answer that they're looking for, right? It's called a search intent. And so that is why some websites rank and some websites don't, because they're either giving Google what it wants or they're not. Now, to me, SEO is an open book test. I mean, if you type in a search query, you know, like best plumber in Milford, Connecticut, you know, Google's going to give you the 10 top results. They're going to give you what's called a map pack or the snack pack, whatever you want to call it. It's people's Google business profiles, the top 3, and the organic search results. So if you're giving Google what it wants, it's going to show you to the person that is with the intent of trying to get that, you know, like the best plumber in Milford or something like that. So that's why I started this group, because I know that you don't have to wait 6 to 12 months in order to rank. And what you're going to expect out of this group from me is that I'm going to, you know, teach you everything that I've learned in the last, you know, 5 years, including, you know, paying, you know, $10,000 for courses that, you know, actually help me become a better SEO, and showing me exactly how to do things from step 1 to step 2 to step 3, you know, what you got to do in the steps in the beginning in order to get that Google trust. And also, there's going to be opportunities. I keep getting these messages here. There's going to be opportunities in this group that I'm going to offer from time to time. They're paid opportunities, or you can work with me one-on-one. Or if you want to jump ahead of the class or skip to the head of the class and, you know, hey, I got this business, I want to rank today. I don't want to wait months to hear what Ray's going to do on the group, or if he's even going to address what it is I want to learn. So if you want to skip to the head of the class, I'll give you the first opportunity today. You know, just write down in the comments, skip. Okay, and I'll get in touch with you, and we'll see if we can work together if we're a good fit, right? Because not all niches are going to be good fits for me. But anyway, that is what you can expect out of this group. Now, the vision that I have for this group is that I envision every local business entrepreneur that wants to get themselves number one on the first page of Google for their keywords that they want to rank for. That's going to get them more business. That's going to get them more clients to their website. That's going to get them more clicks, phone calls, form fills, and in turn, their business is going to explode. Okay, so you have to be ready for that, right? If you're not ready for your business to get bigger and be able to expand, hire more people, or do what you need to do to grow your business, then really SEO isn't for you, because you got to be willing to do that. Because when you do trust-based SEO, you're going to get some insane results, some massive results. I can promise you that. Now, next week, I hope that I can get one of my clients that I just started with a couple of months ago that had an SEO company working, he was working with until I met him. And he's going to explain to you what it is that I did for him, because this guy has been paying for the SEO company for, a year or two, and really didn't see much results at all until I stepped in. Let me show you some of the results that I got this guy in just a few months. So in this screenshot here, you can see that I started on Monday, March the 14th of this year, and you can see that the impressions that Google was giving him wasn't very many, and that they were getting like 2 clicks a day or so, something like that. Now, give me, a few weeks later, after I did some of my Google Trust SEO techniques, all right, his impressions went up and his clicks are going up. Now, if you fast forward to Sunday, June the 5th, which was just this past Sunday, the guy's getting 2,876 impressions and 43 clicks to his website. Okay, and here's another screenshot here. This is when I started in March the 14th. This is only a couple of weeks after I implemented the Google Trust SEO techniques that I'm doing. And he didn't have no kind of domain rating or anything like that. I think he had like a 1.7. So I got his domain rating up. I got his page ranking up. And it doesn't really matter about the referring domains, because these backlinks come from these referring domains. So don't look at this number. Look at this number right here, and you can see that he doesn't really have a lot of referring domains. He had even less when I started, but just sending a few referring domains brought his organic keywords up to 816. So as you can see here, plus 107. And raised his organic traffic to 260, which isn't really that impressive. And traffic value was 261, and when I started, it was like $64. Now, another month later, so this was the last report that I gave to him at the end of May, as you can see, 5/25/2022. Now his DR is up to a 17. He's got 169 referring domains. His organic keywords jumped maybe 150 or so for that month, and up to 966. But his organic traffic doubled and his traffic value quadrupled, all right, or quintupled, whatever you want to call it, from 261 to over $1,000 for traffic value, which means that the keywords that he's now ranking for has a higher search volume and more ranking factor according to Google. So that's why it's worth more. And this number means for the keywords that he's ranking for, he'd have to spend that much money every month in PPC in order to rank for those particular keywords. Now in this screenshot, I'm showing you that, Google Business Profile is a must for local businesses, because this guy, in a 2-week period, I believe this is what this is on his Google Business Profile, he's got 32 phone calls from his Google Business Profile. And you can see, Monday he got 9, on average 9. Tuesday he gets 6. Wednesday goes down a little bit, but then it goes up. And at the end of the week, he's got 9 again. He even got one on Saturday, and he's closed on Saturday. So it's very important that you have a Google Business Profile and you optimize it. It's not very hard to do that. And you can get results like this. You can get phone calls from your Google Business Profile. So add that to the clicks that he's getting from Search Console, and you can see the guy he's busy every single day. Now this run right here, this is a traffic acquisition from 310 to 67. And right here, you can see before I started, it was flatlined, right? I implemented I implemented my trust SEO techniques, and right away, he started getting traffic, right? He started getting results. Right here, where the point goes up and then it goes down to nothing for a couple of days, I rebuilt his website and I launched it on that day, which was around, I don't know, the end of April sometime. And all of a sudden he flatlined, okay? And I started worrying. The next couple of days I was just worry. Oh man, I lost this guy's traffic. He's gonna kill me, right? But then I remembered, hey, you did not install the Google, the geotag in his website. And so that's why he wasn't getting no analytics. So I installed that back into his website. And as you can see right away, boom, it bounced right back up again. And now you can see that his organic searches is way out doing everything else, including paid search. And if you look down at the bottom, you can see the organic search results. He's got 100% of the sessions. The average time on the website is a minute, sometimes a little bit less, sometimes a little bit more. But when people stay on your website, that sends signals to Google that it's content that people like, and they rank you higher in the search results. So this is what my trust-based SEO does. It actually helps you rank. It doesn't take months to do, and it's very, very effective, and you get insane results. Okay, so I'm looking forward to meeting with all you guys. I'm looking forward to doing more of these lives, and I'm going to do one of these once a week on Wednesdays. I'm going to try to keep it at the same time, 1 o'clock. If a different time works for you better, then please, by all means, comment in the comments, what time might be working. I know I can't please everybody, but maybe I can come to a happy medium where more people can be on the live call. Now look forward for my next post in my in the group, the Hartford Local Business Insiders Tips group. I'm going to post in there tomorrow. If you're not a member of the group, just go down there in the comments again and say join, and I'll send you a link to join the group. Okay, so now if you want to skip to the head of line, put down in the comments skip, and I'll get a hold of you and we'll have a conversation. No pressure conversation to see if we're a good fit together. Okay, so I've enjoyed this live. I'm not used to talking to myself, but maybe sometime you guys can interact in the group, interact on the live, so that I can answer questions and direct you in the right way. Okay, so this is Ray Albert, and again, welcome to the Hartford Local Business Insider Tips group. I look forward to seeing you again next week. Take care. God bless. Have a nice weekend. I'll see you later.